Ta-da! Welcome to another stirring edition of Untitled, where we talk about sports and also social commentary. My name is Rodney Jones. I'm your host, also moderator, and joining me is my main man, formerly of the BX, but now in the NC, my man Dom. Dom, how you feeling tonight, bro?
All good, Rodney. All good.
That's what I'm talking about. And as I say that, the rest of the Get Fresh crew decides to join us. I'm joined by my good, very good friend David Sanford. He's here with us. David, how you doing?
I'm good, brothers. How you doing?
Hanging, bro, hanging. You know what I mean? Everything's good so far. I'm gonna be on camera in a second. Also joining us is my troublemaker. You know, he's another arch nemesis. His mic is live. Reg, what's going on, brother?
Arch nemesis?
Yes.
I'm just the realist, brother. I'm just the realist. Don't hate on me, brother.
You're the realest mouthpiece, lawyer I've ever come across. Everybody's innocent, according to Reg. Everybody's innocent. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
Oh, please. Here we go.
The public defender.
Exactly.
Look at Dom.
Dom, you Dave. Got it on. He got it on. You already know. Okay. So, guys, let's get into this, shall we? The first thing on the docket tonight. Well. It seems like the New York Jets finally have their man. The trade that was supposed to happen and it got delayed for whatever reason, compensation-wise, whatever it was, until recently, and now it's complete. The Jets, let me just give me 1 second on this. The Jets winded up sending a number 13 pick, a 2023 second round pick, which is like number 42, a 6th round pick, number 207th, and a conditional 2024 second round pick, which becomes a first round pick if Roger plays 65% of New York Jets snaps. Wow, that was a hell of a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? That was a hell of a lot to say. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I don't know. I gotta tell you off the bat, I'm against this trade. I don't like it. I don't like it because for one, we're getting a diva, an overpriced and overaged diva at that. You win four NFL MVPs and only come out of it with one Super Bowl. I don't know. That kind of bothers me. And I'm a guy that normally doesn't bet against Aaron Rodgers, but at the same time, I know what he is.
What is he?
Well, I mean, damn. Can I call him like a modern day what's that guy's name? Peyton Manning? I don't know. Can I say that?
No. I would go that far. No. But what I will say is he's going to know what a pass rush feels like because the offensive line is jacked up. But that's just my opinion.
Okay. Here's the thing, though.
I want to see what he does when you got. Mm-hmm. Hello.
Yeah, I get you.
I said I want to see how he behaves when there's defensive linemen and linebackers draped all over him.
Well, did he have that good a line in Green Bay?
At least a year at best.
I was going to say that. Or how good was his offensive line in Green Bay?
Exactly.
The one thing you could say about Aaron Rodgers, I might be the only Jet fan on here, am I?
No, I'm a Jet fan.
Okay, Dave. One thing you could say about Aaron Rodgers, if there's something to bitch about, he's gonna bitch about it.
Right.
He'll find it.
You're not gonna hear it from Dave and Dom. He's gonna actually start the whining like the diva he is.
Right.
As a Jet fan, what did we have?
Right.
What did we have that we could tell an Aaron Rodgers? Again, everything you said is correct. Our 4 MVP, 1 ring,
right?
Whatever. Yeah, right. It's all true.
It is.
But what did we have? Ask yourself that question as a Jet fan. What did we have that we could tell R. Jones?
Yeah,
man, we don't need you.
Right.
We got
right. But the thing is, though, man, I'm sorry, Dave, if I cut you off, but you know what I'm saying? The thing is, though, man, I'm not, and again, I'm a fan of Rodgers, but I just think at this stage of his career, it's not going to be a good mix. Another friend of mine was talking about, he's saying that he's going to play at least 3 years. And I'm looking at dude like, nah. I see 2. That's it. I see 2. I don't see the window being that wide open for a Jets and Aaron Rodgers long-lasting marriage. I just don't see it. It's not going to happen.
He looks older than Tom Brady.
Right. And Brady was what? 45? 46? 60.
Yeah, but he does look a little better, Dave, since he cut his hair.
Yeah. We got old Grizzly Adams here.
Exactly.
He don't look as jacked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, this just doesn't excite me.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
I just feel like that's a lot for someone who, when you get to be a certain age, I don't really judge it on the past because these guys age quickly. And somehow when a lot of these guys look, Mets have done it, Knicks have done it, they get these aging superstars. And this is not to say that Aaron Rodgers is an aging superstar, but I'm just saying the history that I've seen is that these guys, New York ages them. And all of a sudden, we get this broken down version real quick. So, it's like he spells his name AARP Rodgers.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I like that.
Thank you. I'll be here all night. No, but seriously,
right.
I want it to work, and you're right. It's better than what we had in a long time. But I just worry. I guess I'm snake bitten as a Jet fan. Maybe that's what it is.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Dave. Remember, guys, it wasn't that long ago. I always go back to conversations we had. Remember, we were complaining about how much money he got. He didn't want to do this. He didn't. They didn't give me this. They didn't give me that. But you had enough to win MVP. You had enough to raise your hand and take $50 million.
Yeah,
but he always had I don't know. He kind of like adds too much to me. And I'm just looking at it as a Jet fan.
Yeah. Right.
He's better than what we had.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, and you two being Jet fans and whatnot, my thing is, what do you think about, the odds makers are now, saying that they're the favorites?
I don't buy
it. I was like, you guys
just to put some money out there and get people excited about that.
Exactly.
If that's the case,
the favorites in what though?
Right. If that's the case, I'd have thought the Knicks were going to win 35 games.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't buy it because I knew my own team. I watched them along.
Right.
Yeah.
But so I don't buy. I'm like Dave. I don't buy that.
Yeah. You're gonna have to. Yeah.
I was like this. I was like, yo,
it's
seriously?
April. It's April.
Right.
Calm down.
What did I used to say? Oh, what was that? What was that thing I used to say? Hope springs eternal.
Yes.
That's right. That's what it was.
It sure does, but it's a fall and winter sport.
Now, does it make you, as a Jet fan, does it make you think, damn, we should at least make the playoffs? Because don't forget, guys, he ain't coming to some bum team.
No.
The Jets have put together a pretty well-rounded team. And what killed us last year was what?
QB.
The quarterback.
Right. Exactly.
It's not like, again, I don't want to take his side, but it's not like he's coming to be the savior and he's the only thing. Like, he's going to be box office. No, the Jets have a pretty offensive player of the year, offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year.
That is true.
They're pretty good on both sides.
Yeah, that is true. And I will say this, not to belabor about age and stuff, but at least we have a quarterback that when he goes after a MILF, there'll be peers.
You know what? Really? Here's my question. Do they even beat Buffalo for the division?
No, I don't know. That's the thing.
I don't
know. For what?
No. I'm going to say no. That's not going to happen. No.
I know R's a Buffalo fan, but
yes, I am.
You got to start saying that Buffalo ship sailed.
I don't think so.
Has that ship sailed, I mean,
I don't think so.
You've been saying Buffalo for how many years now?
Yeah. Playoff time, I don't know. They're not showing.
Yeah. I'm not bashing them. They're a good team. But
right.
If they get help at running back, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll see. You know what I mean? Jeez. Well, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season coming up. That's for sure, especially in that AFC East. Because all those teams are pretty damn good. Miami's pretty good. Buffalo, obviously. Even you can't even discount New England, believe it or not.
You never can.
I don't care anybody. Everybody's like predicting, gloom and doom and whatnot. I'm like, nah, not with that mad genius still roaming the sidelines. You better give that guy. You better give him his credit. Mm-hmm. He's gonna figure something out to keep that team competitive.
I don't know. I think I think some of those questions we was asking quite some time ago.
Yes.
Was it Brady? Was it Belichick? And
well, it could have been a nice.
I'm not saying Belichick's not a Hall of Fame coach.
I'm just saying,
right?
Maybe it was the perfect combination.
Okay, we'll say that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll give both of them credit instead of one or the other.
But as a Jet fan, glad to see New England. If we had to list all those teams,
absolutely,
they're
definitely on the bottom.
Yeah. They're on the bottom.
Yeah.
They're on the bottom, but I can see them be on the bottom with a 6-11 record or 7-10. I can kind of see it. They will be on the bottom. That's for sure. No question about that. So with that being, that is hate right there. That's like my vibe right there.
Rubbing off on me, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? That's my vibe right there. Yo, let's get still staying in the lane of football. Somebody got paid. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens came to an agreement, 5 years. I think it's $260 million. I think it was either 170 or 185 million guaranteed of that contract, making him the highest player in the league today. Good for you. I say good for you.
I never hate on somebody getting that bag.
No, exactly. But now my thing, in addition to spending that money on retaining his services, how about building a team, an offense around him? Give him some pieces to showcase what he can do with the ball. You understand?
No, I agree with that. Before you dive into that, I just want to say it's great that he got his money, but why did it have to drag out like that?
You know what? I'm sure we all have our own theories.
Yeah.
And probably it's the same theories as well. Okay. Yeah. But you already know the deal. But
I just wanted to put that out there.
No, but and it's a good thing that you did. No, it's a great thing that you did, to be honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because again, my thing is build a team around this guy.
Yeah.
Stop bullshitting and not getting him quality talent that he needs. You understand? Everybody wants to put this guy down or whatnot, but it's almost like reminiscent of like who was a quarterback that was pretty decent and they never put any talent around him. I can't think of the name right now. You have to forgive me, but I'm just saying that's not right. You're not doing right by your quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So good for him on getting that bag.
Yeah.
But I look at it this way, just like I said about Aaron Rodgers. I'm pretty sure I'm not smarter than the Ravens front office. What was your other option?
Yeah.
Do you need a job? I mean,
exactly.
Really? What was your option?
Right.
And now, of course, they're going to give you, hey, you asked for it. We went out and got Odell Beckham. What version of Odell Beckham did you get?
Well, exactly. That's. I mean, we talk about Odell Beckham, and when I talk about Odell Beckham to people and whatnot, the first thing that comes up normally is diva, overrated. I personally think that the guy is talented. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Did he match the hype when he first came into the league, especially making that catch over the shoulder? You know, did he match that? Probably not. But at the same time, he's very productive. And I tell you this, he was on his way to having a great game in that Super Bowl before he got hurt. You know?
Well, that's it for me. I don't think he's overrated talent-wise. I just think that he can't stay on the field.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And some will say that about Lamar Jackson. He's missed 5 to 6 games at the end of each of the last 2 seasons.
Right.
I mean, you can't blame somebody for an injury, guys.
No,
right. No, exactly.
I hate that analogy, but it gets used.
Yeah.
You know, okay, we gave you $18 million and we got 10 games out of you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could see if the guy gets hit and gets hurt.
Right.
If you're pulling muscles and your neck gets hurt and your back, I think that has a little something to do, maybe possibly working out, you know, staying in shape. Now, Beckham looks like a model of staying in shape.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But they're going to use that. You know, you said you wanted pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you who their running back is.
No.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I think that him, I'm talking about Beckham, and also that I love that tight end, Mark Andrews. That guy is phenomenal. I don't care what anybody says. He's a hell of a talent. You know,
but you need more than that.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
You know.
But to Beckham's credit, he's been off. Let's see. He's been on Instagram for what, like a year? The last season. Working out, whatever. So
okay.
He should be healed enough to play an NFL season. Timeout.
Mitchell Robinson and Carmelo Anthony made me unbelievers of watching any YouTube video.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony looked like Thor.
Yes.
And then 6 weeks into the season, he looked like the Michelin Man.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson's going between his legs.
Yes. I saw those. So none of that during the season. None of that.
I can't watch those videos no more, guys. I just can't.
Melo, so you're done.
Mitchell,
yeah.
You're done. You're done with that.
Wait. Hold on. And Ben Simmons looked like Steph Curry. My bad.
Oh my God.
I don't know what to say about that guy.
See.
That's like that's hitting below the belt, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Oh, did I go there? My bad, dog. My bad.
See,
we was talking about YouTube videos.
See, this is the book. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is the BS I gotta go through with these gentlemen here. Okay, listen. Some of them are more kinder than others. I'm not gonna say who, but here's the thing.
I'm kind. I'm very kind.
No, you're not that kind. You're all right. You hit below the belt a few times yourself. Okay.
No, I just stir the pot.
Yeah, exactly.
You stir the pot.
Yeah. So me being a Brooklyn Net fan, I gotta hear from the Knicks fans here, and they're getting on me I had one guy text me, "Oh, well, too bad Brooklyn season's over." I said, "Well, you know what? Yours could be over as well too soon. So what are you talking about? Unless you win a championship, I'm not trying to hear this."
I can't. I'm not saying it in a feather in the cap type way, but I've always been with you guys, the normal.
Right.
Both sides of the and y'all know I've defended Ben Simmons for
Yes, you have.
If I have to be honest, too damn long. Ain't no more defending him either.
Yeah.
No. He's another one. He gets no more passes. I don't care what team he plays for. Now, on the other hand, since Reggie brought him up, remember Markelle Fultz?
Yep.
You remember Markelle Fultz?
Yep.
He couldn't shoot a 10-foot jumper. He was
Yep.
Right.
Like he has some kind of nerve damage.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, guys. 2-3 years later, he's a starting point guard in the NBA.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what I mean? For sure, man.
I'm not saying that's going to be Ben Simmons, but
no, it's not. It's not.
But I think Markel worked on it at least.
And you know what, Dave? He wasn't afraid either.
Yeah.
As bad as his shot was, he wasn't afraid to take it.
Yes. Ben needs a sports.
It looked crazy, but
I think Ben needs
scared.
Some kind of sports. All seriously, they got people that can, give him a checkup from the neck up and see, what's going on up there, because he's definitely got the talent, but it's something. You remember, like what was it, Knobloch with the yips?
Yeah, you know, go to the ball first.
Yeah, these athletes, they go into that and something happens, and they need somebody to help them correct that.
Right.
And Markel had that. He had that hitch.
Yep.
And like I said, 2 years later.
Well, you know what though? In regards to Simmons or whatnot, you gotta want to work on it. Just like you guys had said earlier.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta get in the gym. You gotta get over that mental block. Whatever it is.
We can't want it more than he does.
Yeah, exactly.
You got on the court.
Can I ask a question? Was there a catcher that was afraid to throw the ball back to the pitcher?
Yes. Mackie Sasser, was it?
Mackie Sasser.
And then he get up and walk back to the pitcher.
Right.
And remember, Dave brings up a good point. Chuck Knobloch. He didn't do that till he came to the Yankees.
Right.
Somewhere from Minnesota.
Could be. It could be.
Because Sasser didn't do it. He didn't even do it when he first came to the Mets.
Right.
All of a sudden, you're watching the game and you're seeing.
Yeah.
Right. But look what was just said. What was just said. You understand what I'm saying about dude or whatnot? Yo, come on. Knobloch was in Minnesota, small town Minnesota. To go from there, certain guys just can't play in New York, big cities like that.
Yeah, and some guys, they don't feel free to make a mistake.
Right.
Because the microscope, they were under that lens all the time. So if they're in a small market and they throw the ball away, you're going to get a different reaction than you get at Yankee Stadium or Shea Stadium.
I'm just gonna cut it real quick. Hey, Dom, what you think about Bryce Young?
Oh man,
did they draft him yet?
They did. That's why I asked you.
Carolina took him, right?
Yes.
We knew that here in North Carolina for a minute, but
okay.
Is he going to be?
All right, carry on.
I don't know. Cam Newton was a different monster. He was bigger, stronger.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope they don't put that on him. Hey, you know what? We drafted a guy number 1 not long ago named Cam Newton, and he was like an Avenger. No, don't do that to the kid. He don't have the makeup as Cam did.
No.
Right. No. Go ahead. I was just asking, Don. We can go back on subject. My bad.
And the good thing about it, Reg, is he'll fit in because they're another team that, where are they going? They almost made the playoffs as weak as that division was, but in all actuality, where are they going? They're another team. You talk about the Ravens. And it's funny, me and Dave, Jet fans. For years, Dave, the Jets built their defense. Didn't give a rat's what about their offense.
That's
true. The Ravens did it. The Panthers did it. Even when they had Cam, they still had one of the best defenses in the NFL. It's not hard to win a game when your defense is holding the opponent to 13. Cam could almost get 14 by himself. But they concentrated so much on the defense that now they're, like you said about the Ravens, now, where do we go? Except they don't have a lot of pressure like the Ravens.
I'm a defensive guy. I always love defense.
Okay.
But the problem also is if you don't have an offense, then your defense is on the field the majority of the game, and then they get worn down. So that's what happens. It's got to be that balance because you want that defense to be 3 and out, and then you want long, sustainable drives on the offensive side, and your defense is just sitting there recharging. You can't have them. You going 3 and out, and then the defense keeps going out there as the game progresses. It's going to be a longer game for them.
And I don't say this as a Jets fan, but let's not forget, guys, with Mark Sanchez, the Jets went to back-to-back AFC
they sure did.
Conference Championship because of their defense. But when you're doing that all year, and now you get to the big dance, well, the next to the big dance,
right?
And your defense is like, we're on the field for 30 minutes a game.
They're done.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah,
they're done.
Shot, just like the Panthers when they played Denver in the Super Bowl.
And speaking of Sanchez, you know, now you already know that guy's from USC. Those quarterbacks from USC are sticking grass in NFL. But at the same time, again, here's another case where they didn't put money behind the offense. We never really saw what Sanchez could do. And I'm not bigging him up by no stretch of imagination.
Weapon-wise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to give him a chance. Give him a fair chance.
They went to 2 back-to-back AFC championships.
Right.
Yes, they did.
Right.
Tell me anybody that was on their offense other than Sanchez.
I can't even tell you. No.
Honestly, I don't.
I can't tell you.
Was Curtis Warner on our team then?
Curtis Martin?
Martin.
Curtis Martin.
I think he was.
He was.
Yeah.
Wow.
He wasn't a young Curtis Martin either.
Exactly.
No,
exactly. But back to
who was their wide receiver?
Championships, and you still didn't have enough hindsight to say, "Hey, Dave, you know what we're missing?"
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Wow.
True.
Our defense looked really soft in those 2 conference championship games because maybe we wore the asses out all season.
There's no maybe. That's just what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And they beat New England in New England.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Just a waste.
Yeah.
A complete waste.
NFL.
Yep.
Well,
yep.
Let's do some moving on. Let's go to the lane of the NBA. There you go, Dom, letting out that.
You just had to lead off with that, huh?
Hey,
this is the first time I've seen Rod smile in a long time.
Yeah.
That's right. They're sending home fishing.
Wow.
I couldn't even believe it. All I gotta say is Jimmy Butler did his damn thing.
He sure did.
I mean, what can you say?
What can you say? I could say a whole lot. Giannis missed 3 games. Giannis missed 3 games. What? What?
I don't know.
Can I ask you a question? He shot 10 for 23 from the foul line last night.
That was last night. That was last night.
He was there.
That was last night.
10 for 23 if he wasn't there.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I can't take nothing away from the Heat.
No.
I can't do
that.
No,
we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not saying it. Well, last night, can we say it's an aberration? I don't think he misses 12 free throws again in his lifetime in one game. That's just me. That's just me.
He's done it before,
and then,
Reg.
What?
He did it before.
You know,
his numbers.
Well, free throws is not his strong suit. Free throws isn't his strong suit. So that means he would have had 50 if he made it, right?
And that right there is embarrassing enough. What
do you mean?
2-time MVP, and you struggle to shoot free throws. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. That's inexcusable.
I would pull out my phone because there was a time in his career where he was getting better. When he became that Greek freak that we know before he won the MVP.
Okay.
He was getting better and better and better. You know what wasn't getting better?
His free throw shooting.
His foul shooting.
Hey, listen.
How many points did they lose by last night? 2?
Yeah.
Right?
In overtime.
It's not even a game if he makes a free throw. I get that. I understand that. Nobody is again, we're not taking anything away from Miami. Yes, he had a bad night at the free throw, and he still had 38 points. So basically, he played Jimmy Butler to a draw.
How many shots did he take? How many shots did he take? What was his percentage?
Does it matter?
It does matter. Hell yeah, man.
How does it matter?
How does it?
Ask Donovan Mitchell why it matters.
Well, listen here.
Ask RJ Barrett if it matters in games that he's not doing well. Ask him.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, dog. The man missed 3 games.
I'll tell you why they lost, guys.
Go ahead.
Middleton has not been the same since he's come back.
No, he hasn't.
No.
He hasn't been the same.
Middleton.
Chris
that
Middleton.
means you put too much pressure on Drew Holiday. Because now you got Drew Holiday. Whoever's getting hot, Drew, go get him. I mean, really? I mean, you expect him to check everybody?
Yeah.
You can't do that. I mean, he's probably the best two-way guard in the NBA, bar none. But you can't put that much pressure on him every game.
Right.
I mean, guys, y'all won one game. That was a gentleman's sweep, man. And you were the number one seed.
Number one.
Now, I will say this, guys. The selfishness is going to come out of me because I, believe it or not, was rooting for Miami because it's much more cost-effective for me to fly to my son's house, go to the game in Miami, fly my ass home, and say I was there.
Right.
Win, lose, or draw. It's one of the things I've never checked off.
Right. Okay.
Here I go.
I can respect that.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Yeah.
After the third game, he's done. Middleton's just not the same, guys. I mean, we can say what we want about Greek Freak, missing foul shots.
What kind of injury did Middleton have that he was out so long?
I think it was his leg, one of his legs.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was, though.
And this happened like last year.
Yes.
No, it happened before it. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay, it was last year.
It was last year.
Right. Yeah, it was last year.
He never got quite, because remember, guys, he missed a lot of the beginning of the season. Then he missed time during the season. And then Greek Freak got hurt. The only one to stay healthy and play was Holiday.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that was a recipe for an 8 beating a 1. Because come on, guys. Other than me being selfish, the Miami Heat, fellas, without me even looking it up, 30th in scoring, 27th in field goal percentage.
Right.
I mean, their offensive numbers are like, how the hell did they beat the 8 seed?
Right.
And it makes me say, they ain't beating the Knicks. Not with the defense we play, and not with the pace the Knicks have created. They ain't beating it. They'll be lucky if they win a game.
I hear you.
I'll say Knicks in 5, but this might be a ungentleman's sweep and just be a sweep.
Wow.
Look at their numbers, guys. It's almost embarrassing to Milwaukee. Not to nobody else. They are last in almost every category in offense.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
They are offensively challenged. And you were letting them score 120, 130 points a night.
Right.
Whoa. Yeah, let Butler run wild out there.
Yeah, they let Butler just go crazy.
Exactly.
Didn't double team him. How about you throw 2 guys at him? Oh, no. We'll put Drew Holiday on him because he's the modern-day Walt Frazier.
It wasn't like anybody else was beating him.
Yeah,
you gotta take the ball out the man that's killing you. You gotta take the ball out of his hands.
Right.
Yeah. It's embarrassing to Milwaukee because I'm telling you guys, if I pull it up, they're almost dead last in every category.
Offensive category.
They're scoring 120, 130 points.
I found that amazing.
And I thought Milwaukee was a good defensive team.
Apparently we found out they not.
not in this series, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not in this round.
Anything can happen in a series, but not like this, guys.
Right.
If they'd have lost in 6 or 7, I would have said, they went out fighting.
Yeah.
You know, it was
and the Knicks have home court advantage this next round, right?
Yes,
wow. New York is going to be crazy.
Oh, and guess what? Y'all know, man. I don't know if y'all ever been there. I've been there. You go to a Heat game when the Knicks are playing.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't going to say it's 50-50, guys.
Yeah.
But it's damn close.
It's just like
close.
That in Atlanta. I went to a Knicks Hawk game, and it was like so many Knicks fans. Hawks won, and then they, all of a sudden, the Hawks got loud. But going in there, it was all New York.
And they're probably third, Dave, because it's, believe it or not, Orlando, Miami, Atlanta.
Really?
Those are the Knicks' southern homes away from home.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you guys, I experienced that last year. And I'm looking around, and I'm in the suite, so I can look down at all the hats.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of New Yorkers down there, huh?
but it looks really different in person. You're like,
right.
That shit is crazy. I don't even think they'll have the home court at home.
Yeah.
They probably won't.
Yeah.
I got buku friends already telling me they're going to the game.
Wow.
Game 3.
It's so much cheaper. I was looking at the prices for the Knicks. I mean, it's cheaper for me to fly to Miami and buy a ticket than it is to go to the Knicks game.
And that's why people do it. That's why I do it. I
the cheapest seats I saw were 400 plus. Right. And those were like in the under, way up.
Flight to Miami is dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid.
And if you're smart, you fly to Fort Lauderdale.
I paid $147 for the 100 section. It's not in a good area. It's like
but still
the backboard is here, and you're like where you're looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that price.
Listen, you better
shit.
You better take that.
It costs $156 to fly round trip.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
And probably $7-8 a day to park my car.
Oh man, you kidding me? You got it. That's fantastic.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
You know what I mean? For real.
I ain't got nothing to do, guys. I ain't got no damn job. So
okay, Tommy.
You know what I'm saying?
Do, man.
Let's move on to some of the other action in the NBA playoffs, man. This Golden State, Sacramento.
Did we talk about the Knicks Cavs series? Or?
I'm saving that for last.
Oh, okay. Because you went specific, then a review.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like a little bit of avoidance to me, but that's.
I was watching.
Nah. No
yeah. We're on it. We're not letting you just slide on by. but let's talk about the other series.
Yeah, please.
Listen, no, I
probably more interesting.
Well, yeah. This series is serious between Sacktown and Golden State. I'm loving it. I ain't gonna lie. You still there?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Looked like something's wrong with Dave.
Something was frozen on my end.
Yeah, that wasn't on my end. I don't think it was mine. So sorry, buddy. Yeah, but Sacktown and Golden State, I actually thought that Golden State was done. But, I thought they was done. But, again, this team rises on the occasion. They are the defending champions for a reason.
Yeah, I thought they were done too.
Yeah, I did.
Was surprised.
And you know why I thought they were done, guys? You know me and my numbers. Mm-hmm. They only won 11 road games all year.
Right.
What did they do last night?
They won on the road.
12th time all year. Count the regular season and the playoffs.
They won on the road.
One rabbit out your hat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look at this. Yeah. The Lakers beat, hypothetically, Lakers beat Memphis. Golden State beats Sac.
Right.
Neither one of those teams leave California.
Yeah.
They'll have done round 1 and round 2 in Cali.
Ain't that something?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're talking bus rides.
Exactly. Exactly.
Drive to the game. We'll meet you there. Yeah. Be like back in the day when you was a kid.
I'm trying to tell you, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm scared. I'm scared of Golden State. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, Phoenix is out there doing their thing. I see this guy Devin Booker running around doing crazy shit.
Yep, they got Bigfoot.
Who's Bigfoot?
Oh, Kevin Durant. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah. That's what I was like. I kind of figured you was gonna say that, but I just want to make sure. I was like, who the hell is he talking?
Yeah, you knew who I was talking about.
You know what? I'm sick of. You already know I'm sick of his ass.
Yeah.
He posted a picture in the chat.
Yeah, I saw it. I just ignored it.
I'm not gonna count Denver out, guys.
Nah.
Why do you say that?
If Michael Porter Jr., which he has this year, ironically, stays healthy, and he has. Murray stood healthy. Great defensive player. He'll get you 15.
Okay.
Great defensive player. And we all know what Joker could do.
Right.
I'm not going to. Because guess what? We know what happens to Chris Paul as the season goes on.
What happens?
You gotta sacrifice the lamb because you ain't letting Chris Paul chase Murray around the court for 2 games. Not happening.
Right.
But he'll be in Chris Paul's ass. I just think Denver is one of those teams that they keep getting, and then they just fall apart in the playoffs.
That's the problem, Dom.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So
That's
is this the year they?
I'm
not saying they're going to go to the championship, guys. I just think they could beat Phoenix, and they have the home court. You take away Booker and Durant, and you still have Murray and Porter. Not saying it's an even kill, but Joker versus no Hayden, no contact. Gordon is going to lock somebody up on that perimeter. Somebody on Phoenix is going to have to work their ass off to score because he's a hell of a defensive player.
Are you talking about Aaron Gordon?
Yeah. Michael Porter Jr. is the wild card. Because I'll tell you what, guys, that kick a ball. It took me 3 years to get over the Knicks not drafted him.
Right.
And drafted Frank Ntilikina.
Right.
I had to live with that shit for a lot of years, man.
I'm sure.
The only saving grace I got is he kept getting hurt. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
But look at him now. I mean, and he's only 25 years old, baby.
Right. Maybe.
If that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what
that
I'm saying?
kick a ball, fellas.
But again, Dom, I'm not a believer.
Me either.
I'm not a believer in Denver. You know what I'm saying? I see them. I see the potential. I just don't. There's sometimes where teams that you think are ready to take that next step, and they never do. And the reason why is because, and I hate to say it's going to come off kind of cold, but they're just not ready. They're just not ready. It's not their time.
And that's what leads me to believe, Ken, I'm only saying Ken. They're that team that kept knocking. Hey, I'm hungry. I want to eat. Open the door. Now can they just push the door a little bit? Right. I mean, you are the number 1 seed. Took care of business. You probably should have swept Minnesota. But, okay, 5 games. You took care of that. Now it gets to where you've been a few times. Second round. And
it gets a little tougher.
Right. And they've been to the second round how many times, guys? I mean, you got one of the best players in the NBA on your team.
Right.
Now, don't get it to the point where you become so dependent on him that everybody else disappears.
Right. Everybody else falls back.
For disaster.
Yeah.
For sure. But
you can't tell me this kid can't play, man.
He can play.
He's a 7-foot walking triple-double. Shit we ain't never seen before in NBA history.
Right.
But again, today's NBA, like I always say, it took 54 years for somebody to average a triple-double. Now it's, who cares?
Right.
Really, like the shit became easy to do.
Exactly.
After 54 years. Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
You already know.
My bad. Because Russell Westbrook did it.
Right.
He didn't like Russell Westbrook. He had a chip and that demeanor. So we didn't like him. So, okay, the first one was, yay.
Right.
Then after that, it was all triple-double on me shit. Dave would get one every year.
Right.
But nobody ever asked themselves who else averaged one after Russell Westbrook. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Nobody.
There you go.
Nobody.
Hell yeah. Well, what about
a 7-footer doing that, guys?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, another team that I don't think is ready is Memphis.
Oh, I'm done with them, Mark.
You done
with them? They're a bunch of clowns, man.
They're not ready.
Again,
are we even having that conversation?
Yes.
Why not? What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it? Yeah. Okay. Gun toting. Let's start with the obvious. Okay, let's. We'll start and we'll start and end with that because that's what it is. Starting in with that. Once he did that craziness, Memphis hasn't been the same since. Tell me if I'm wrong.
But no, the thing is, Reg, Memphis has proven that they seem to win when he don't play.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Last year and this year. I'm not saying that's a recipe for winning. Don't get me wrong, fellas. I'm just giving you some numbers.
Right.
I think they was like 20-3 last year when he didn't play. I think they won 2 of the games he didn't play this year in the playoffs.
But whatever happened to shutting your mouth and playing basketball, though? Why you keep poking? Why you keep poking the bear?
That's long gone.
Yeah, now you talking like you're an NBA owner, man. Shut up, dribble, and play. What?
No. I'm talking about talking trash. I'm just talking about talking trash. Like, why of all people you want to talk? LeBron James is old, really? And then he goes to give you 2022. That's the part I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the political side of it.
Okay, I got you.
No, because there ain't none when it comes to this. Because you just got, what is his name again?
Dylan Brooks?
Yeah, Brooks, yeah. I mean, who are you?
Well, that's the whole thing. You know, it's interesting because my son and I were having a conversation the other day, and it wasn't sports related. It was about celebrities and people who, like we were talking about John Lennon, and people who kill celebrities.
Okay.
And sometimes there's that thing of wanting to be remembered, so they feel that if they attach themselves to someone else's star, even in a sick way, now they go down in history in notoriety, but it's still people speak their names. So you speak of Mark David Chapman. You speak of these names because they're tied to the celebrity. So someone like Dylan Brooks, I'm like, who? But now everybody's talking about him because he attached himself to LeBron James.
Right.
And so it doesn't matter to him whether or not LeBron dominates or not. We're talking about him. We wouldn't be talking about Dylan Brooks on this show. So some people in a twisted way, because what does he have to lose? If LeBron dominates him, well, he is who he was before. Nobody cares. But if he can take out LeBron, now all of a sudden, he gets some kind of fame over it. So it's really not a losing scenario for him in his mind. To the rest of us sane people, it's like, shut up, you look like a fool. But in this day and age, in this era, the idea of there's no such thing as bad press has really been taking it to the extent with social media and everything else. And so what people will do for likes and views, they will do just about anything.
But we've seen this movie before. The Lance Stevensons, the Dennis Rodmans, the whatever. We've seen this movie before. The only difference in that movie and this movie, them guys were on some pretty good teams. We can't keep saying to ourselves, Dave, you know what? Memphis is a young team.
Right.
They ain't that damn young no more. They're barely younger than the New York Knicks. We can't keep using that excuse.
Right.
Oh, that's right. They're young this year, but they're missing Adams. Like Adams is Wilt Chamberlain.
Right.
No, y'all just ain't that damn good.
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
Call a spade a spade. Y'all ain't that damn good.
Right.
You gotta resort to bullshit. You're not that good, man.
No.
I don't care if you're second seed.
I think, and I'm going to go the opposite way of what you're saying about Adams. You say he's not that good. You're absolutely right on that point. But he brings something to the table. I think he grounds these dudes. You understand? You talk about
on the bench. He's right there. I mean,
but no, not really. It's a difference. Like Haslam with Miami, he doesn't do anything anymore. But if he open up his mouth and say something, all of them guys is going to get in line. And I think that's what Adams is. I think that's what Adams would be to Memphis if he was there.
He's right. He is there. He's on the bench, just like Haslam, except he's not wearing a uniform like Haslam. I mean, come on, guys. Let's think of this. And was the Eastern Conference better than the Western Conference this year?
Was it? I think so.
You know what? I can say so. I say yeah. I
think so.
Yeah.
More
right.
teams.
Through all the turmoil that teams like Brooklyn, Atlanta, Miami, of all the turmoil they went through. So to look at, like, there was a time, guys, when the Knicks were the 6th seed, that they would have been the 3rd seed in the West. So when you look at Memphis as being the number 2 seed, I don't look at them as being the number 2 seed. Phoenix had injuries. Durant comes to their team and gets injured. You know, here's a scary thought, guys. Durant has lost 2 games since January. 2 games. I mean, in between going on that streak with the Nets, getting traded, getting hurt. He lost 2 games since January. But that's it. You look at you look at Memphis. They're missing Adams. Who's the Lakers center? Kareem?
No. Right. Shaq.
Shaq. It ain't like we're missing Adams because he got to check Shaq, Kareem, and Wilt. No. They're just not that good, guys. They got this hype because they were young. They were from a small market. And they look cute. They doing the little jiggy dance, whatever that braided-headed guy be doing. They look cute. They look really cute in today's NBA, where the style is so much more.
So you know what it is, Dom? They're like the TikTok NBA. This is like the TikTok NBA, where you know they're all this flashy, you know, but the talent wise isn't, you know, so it's indicative of a lot of what happens today, just in social media wise, where we create these stars who really don't have the talent, but they have a gimmick. And social media is full of gimmickry.
And it's funny though you say that, Dave, because the guy that's not into the gimmickry on their team is probably the best player. Baines. He's probably their best all-around player. But he's not into all of the... So he goes under the radar because he's just a good ball player. He ain't on TikTok. He ain't on Instagram. He ain't toting guns. He ain't throwing money up at a strip joint. He's just out here playing ball. Because the proverbial, what you said, are shut up and dribble. He told himself, I'm going to just shut up and dribble, play ball.
Do you know what's funny about that? What you just said about this guy, Desmond Bane, is when I see him score all these points and whatnot, and I'm like, well, who the hell is this guy? It's because we don't even know who the hell he is.
The only thing you know him by is those little arms. He got those little arms.
That's it.
It's right.
Here goes the show.
Best all-around player.
He
left. He
dipped out quick with the quickness. That's all right.
He meant to hit the snooze button on his alarm, and he logged in.
We can move on to another series. They're not that good.
No, they're not. Well, I was going to get into the New York Knicks and stuff. We could always go back and forth.
Well, no, you could touch on the Knicks. Go ahead. I'll bet you jump in, Nick.
I'm right. I'm in it right now, man. Now.
Okay, here we go.
The New York Knicks vanquish Cleveland Cavaliers in 5 games.
We pulled out the thesaurus for this one.
Yes, I did. Vanquish, exactly. And of course, Bishop, right on cue.
Yeah, right on cue.
To talk about his New York Knicks. How are you tonight, sir? Sir,
technical difficulties.
Bishop, your mic is live. Oh, hello. Nope. Okay. Well, join us when you're ready. So anyway, getting to the Knicks. I watched every game. At least I tried to watch every game.
I mean, that's the closest thing to Brooklyn, but go ahead.
See, gotta bring up again. The only way this is gonna be he dipped out again. The only way this can be a success for the New York Knicks is if they win a championship. Other than that, you're in the same position that my team is in. Did not complete the job.
No, your team is not playing as where the Knicks team is still playing. I'm just not the same position.
That's a great move the goalpost move on. I appreciate it.
Right.
But,
right.
Because if you want to move the goalpost, then you got to think to yourself, damn, the Knicks were only supposed to win 37 games, maybe a play-in.
Yeah.
Made the playoffs, beat a team they was much better than, point blank. But now they're going to the second round. They're going to the second round
with
a future.
Years.
They're going to the second round with a future. The Nets went to the playoffs with a bubblegum roster that who the hell's going to be here next year? Who we going to try to get? Other than Bridges, the Nets are like, and there's no knock against the Nets. I'm looking at beyond this since you tried to move the goalpost.
Right.
We're going to move the goalpost because we're going to just get better. We got to say, really? I mean, were they kind of lucky? Because I'll be honest, guys, I think we had this conversation in February when all of this transpired. Durant gone, Kyrie gone, Ben Simmons totally gone.
Right.
If you was to tell me the Nets were going to be the 6th seed, I would have said, hell no.
Right.
Hell no.
Right.
They did it. But they're unlike the Knicks this time, Reg. They have too many questions where we used to always be that way. All right, we was all right, but we'll F this up somehow.
Right.
And I will say this, as many people that get upset about the big moves that Leon Rose and them don't do,
right.
I keep looking at the moves they don't do to F what they're doing up. Donovan Mitchell, prime example. Told you guys last year.
Yeah.
High volume. Yeah. Donovan Mitchell averaged 28 points last year.
Right.
This year. Yeah, they just look at he shot 26 damn times.
Right.
And what did he do in the playoffs? Same exact thing. Volume shooter, not a great scorer, efficient scorer. But I will end with this. I'm sick of hearing the regular season don't mean nothing. Because guess what? The Knicks beat Cleveland 3 out of 4 in the regular season.
Yeah.
And the only reason they didn't beat them 3 out of 4 in this one, it had to go another game. So they beat them 4 out of 5. So for those that, and they did the same thing they did to Cleveland during the regular season. Out-rebounded them, bullied them. They did the same exact thing they did to them during the regular season. So to say that regular season don't mean nothing, all right, sounds cool. But, and again, next round, beat Miami 3 out of 4.
Right.
Don't mean nothing. So if we sweep Miami, everybody's going to say, they're going to do the R move. Oh, shit, if they don't win the chip. Really?
Yeah.
They were supposed to be in the first round. Now we're supposed to win a championship.
Yeah. R, you need to listen to Giannis's interview last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard, man. I heard.
Yeah.
I heard, man.
I enjoyed his interview last night.
I did too.
Yeah, I did too. That.
Interview?
Giannis.
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that part out of the movie American Gangster. When the Guinea tells Denzel, oh, so if they took a shot at success, what are you going to become? Unsuccessful? Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're successful.
I gotta check that out. Let me see. Is the Bishop? No, he's not live yet. He's live, but he has his mute on, so I'm gonna leave it.
I heard him very low.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, very low.
Turn your volume up.
How about now?
Still the same. Still kind of low. Where are you? What are you doing?
You want to get into the same room as the microphone?
Well, at least we're getting flashbacks of our main man, Mark.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pretty soon. Huh?
How about now?
Okay,
that's
much better. There you go.
There we go.
Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Microphone check.
Go.
1 2. What is this?
Yeah. Okay. So you're right on cue. We just started talking about the Knicks and
reluctantly from our.
No, it's not reluctantly.
He went around the NBA, did the G League before he could get to the Knicks.
Wait, before we get started, Bishop, in case you didn't hear it, Mr. Jones moved the goalpost all the way to us winning the chip, or we suck.
Yep.
No, I didn't.
There's no in between.
No, I did not say you suck. I said that you failed at your mission.
Okay, you failed. You don't suck.
And you said you said that we were no better than the Nets.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's where the suck part comes in.
Yeah. So Bishop, the goalpost is now in Charlotte. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah. So before I get started, I just want to let everybody know, I received a cash infusion. I received a cash infusion from one Mr. Jones.
Yes.
For a wager that was placed last summer. Yes, and somebody's baby mama is going to be getting some diapers and baby formula. So thanks to Mr. Jones. So
yeah, you're welcome. Sir.
Let's give a big hand clap, a big shout out to R. Jones. All right.
Hey, listen, I honor my bets. Okay, so that's what it is.
Yeah. So again, if you look at all of the odds makers and all of this stuff, since Milwaukee lost, Boston is favored. Then Phoenix, so the Knicks are not even favored to win. They don't even have a betting line for the Knicks winning the chip. So the fact that we got to the second round, and there's a good possibility that we could get past the second round. Mm-hmm. There's a really good possibility that we could get past the second round. So
okay,
I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch, but there's a real good possibility. And as far as like having a Brooklyn Pinatas fan set the success marker for Knick Nation, that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna fly. So
it is gonna fly.
That ain't gonna fly. So whatever he says, it's like like when you feel hot air blowing past your face, you just turn to the other side. That's what that is. It's like, yeah, that's irrelevant. It's like it probably is all that he can do without like throwing up, because he was the same guy who said that James Dolan needs to sell a team, that we need to the Knicks need to look at how the Nets are doing business.
I remember that.
And all
infamous
of this
quotes.
Stuff. Yeah, and like we can't attract any free agents because when it's just not attractive to play there, and yada yada yada. So
this is par for the course then.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'd like to see how many primetime free agents they attract to Brooklyn. I'd like to see how many primetime, because they have a track record. They have a track record on how they treat superstars.
Yeah, so, that's problematic.
Exactly. So I'm not sure people are going to be falling over themselves to get in to play for Brooklyn. And I read an article because Damian Lillard was in the vicinity of the game that Brooklyn was losing. Because he was in the vicinity of that game, they have linked him to the Pinatas. And I'm like, doesn't make too much sense to me, because he's in a situation that's just as bad as
right
the Pinatas are. So why would he leave one situation to go?
I could agree with that. I could agree.
And you don't know. I'm not sure what. What's the name's the kid that they got from Phoenix. I'm not sure what his contract situation is. No, not Cam. No, they can keep both Cams.
Okay.
He's talking about Mikal
Bridges.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what his contract status is. But
I think he just signed one.
He just signed one with the Pinatas?
No, before he came to the Nets.
Oh, because he looking real chummy with his fellow college teammates.
Can I tell you the game that I went to, the Knicks Nets game? I got the pictures. They were very chummy, very chummy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, and that would be the upgrade that we need at that small forward spot. Someone who could play on both sides of the ball and hit an open shot.
He has an ascending contract, Bishop.
Okay.
21 this year, 21-7 next year, 23-3 the year after that, final year, 25-26, 24-9. Very doable.
Wow.
Yes, indeed. Get a third team involved. Get some draft picks because for some strange reason, the Pinatas believe that if they accumulate a bunch of draft picks, that somehow says that they are on the right track.
Oh, this is tough for me right now.
But enough about those losers. Let's talk about the Knicks. This was a very good series. Like I said, I think we are watching Mitchell Robinson grow up right before our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I was proud. I was proud. Like he pretty much laid the smackdown on Allen and Mobley throughout the whole series, and it was, and he didn't get in stupid foul trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the most important thing, and he wasn't on the floor all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I would like to see him start making some of those like putbacks instead of like fumbling the ball or just
those hands. Yeah.
Right. I would like to see him start making some of those putbacks. But other than that, everybody played the way they're supposed to play. And I'm not so concerned about Randall in the sense that this next series is going to be the series that he's the key guy in. We didn't need him to be the key guy against Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Against Miami, he's going to be the key guy because we need somebody who's big, somebody who's strong, and somebody who's going to give Jimmy Butler fits. You know what I'm saying? Even, we don't need him to guard him all the time, but just in spells. So, it's going to be pretty interesting.
I mean, the ankle injury, I think that's going to be bothering him for the rest of the time that they're playing games.
Well, he needs to stop wearing those low tops.
Okay.
Is that what he's doing? I didn't honestly notice that. He's wearing low tops?
Yeah. They're them new like half top, whatever they call them.
So they're not giving him support like that he should have.
But some people have said over the years, if you notice, a lot of players aren't wearing high tops no more. They said something about the restriction of wearing the high top was causing as many injuries as wearing low tops.
It's interesting.
I mean, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But that's the reason a lot of these guys wear these, where it goes around the ankle, but goes up your foot and the back of your foot. Yeah.
He's too big. He's too big to be wearing those little cute sneakers. He needs to have something on, even if it's 3/4. Even if it's 3/4, he needs to have something with ankle support because
right.
He's like 6'9", 265. Like even LeBron has those like mids.
Yeah,
some support. You can't wear those like Kyrie's or KD's or whatever. Those are for guys. Those are for those petite guys who's flying around and jumping and so forth.
We already talked about KD's shoe size on this.
You need something that's going to give you some support because yesterday it was like he jumped up to contest the shot, and it was just like, okay, so now you landed on this dude's foot. At least if you had some support,
Right.
It wouldn't have been so bad. But be that as it may, we good. We good. We good. Don't worry about it. We good.
I'm just saying. I don't. It's gonna be bothersome for him.
I'd like to say Knicks in 5. So I'm gonna say it. Knicks in 5.
Miami's tired. Miami's tired.
But Bishop, before you came on, Bishop, I'm gonna pull it up while y'all. They are the most inefficient offensive team in the damn NBA. Throw that out there right now. I don't give a damn what they did against Milwaukee. I'm going by what they normally do. Here we go, guys. Points, 30th. Field goal percentage, 26th. Free throw percentage, 2nd. 3-point percentage, 27th. Rebounds, 27th. These are all the things the Knicks are good at. And they're good at defending. The Knicks was still, if I'm not mistaken, ended the season 5th in field goal percentage against and 7th in 3-point percentage against. The shit that they don't do good to begin with no defense. Assists, 25th. Assist to turnover ratio, 15th. Block shots, 30th. All the things the Knicks do good, they do very bad. Very, very, very bad. That's what I said before Bishop came on. How the hell did they score that many points against the Bucks in more than one game, let alone 4 games? Unbelievable. And I thought the Bucks had a good defensive team.
Nah, the Bucks.
Knicks might sweep these clowns.
No, the Bucks, the coach, he's an idiot. I'm like, he's an idiot. Yeah. I'm like, so you got you got Wesley Matthews, you got Jay Crowder, you got guys over there like that can give Jimmy fits. Like Jay Crowder is the same size as Jimmy Butler and the same build. So why not get him in there wrestling with Jimmy? You know what I'm saying? He still might have scored, but he wouldn't have scored at that level because he would have been too tired. You got Drew Holiday chasing this dude around, getting manhandled for the whole series, and then you expect Drew Holiday to give you 15 to 20 points a night and set the table for everybody else. It's like, it's ridiculous. And then you're too stubborn to make the adjustment. What did you bring Jay Crowder there for? Jay Crowder is known for playing defense and hitting corner threes. And you got Wesley Matthews, who is a little bit smaller, but he's a short, stocky guy, and he's known for what? Playing defense. You never drifted away from that. Then you got the dude that you got from Utah, Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles is known for getting under guys' skin and playing that irritant basketball. You stuck with the same guys that you had instead of changing your game plan. And it's like Giannis said, we were playing to win a championship and they were playing to beat us, which is an indictment on the coach. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with that statement. We mutually decided to part ways or whatever. Because Giannis was very frustrated last night, and he should have been. And go back to saying, there's no way that this dude should have won 2 MVPs. There's no way. There's no way that he should have 2 MVPs. There's no way that Joker should have 2 MVPs. It's like, at this stage in your career, you miss 13 free throws in a game that you gotta have. In a game that you gotta have.
Yeah, we brought that up.
Yeah,
that was brought up earlier.
Now I looked up something, Bishop. What's the name was hurt the first 3 games?
Who?
Matthews.
What about Jay Crowder?
He averaged about 13 minutes. Jack with him. 5, 1 for 7. Da. And last night in the clincher, none of them did anything. That was like an embarrassing ass game for them. They all should be embarrassed, not just Greek Freak. Of course, he missed 100 foul shots.
Right.
But first of all, like I said, you gave up 128 points. Damn Heat. I just ran down the numbers of the Miami Heat. You gave up 128 points to the Heat. That's enough for all y'all to put your heads down and say, really effed up.
Well, the thing is, though, with all the lack of production and whatnot, and for them to go into overtime and lose by 2, it's embarrassing. You understand what I'm saying? You got guys missing foul shots. This one, misfiring, bad field goal percentage, what have you. It's embarrassing for them. You know what I'm saying? So
here's the thing: the Nets, the Nets. Sorry,
it's all good.
The Heat averaged 106 points this year.
Right.
128 last night. 119 the night before. 121 the game before that, and so on and so on. How did y'all do that? Again, I thought they was, I ain't gonna say a better defense. I thought they was a better defensive team than that. And again, you're playing the Heat. You don't have to be the best defensive team in the NBA. Their offensive numbers tell you, man, we could probably get away with some decent ass defense because, and they're missing, whether you like him or not, they're missing that 3-point shooter. So that took away, as bad as they were on offense with him, they're scoring on average 120 something points a night.
This was a simple series to win. Double team Jimmy Butler, let everybody else beat you. Bam Adebayo did absolutely nothing this series.
You're right.
Nothing.
But again, Bishop, I don't want to cut you off. I said this to somebody else. Bam Adebayo has been exposed. That 6'9", matter of fact, me and you might have been talking about it, Bishop. I think. I don't know who it was. That 6'9" playing center, nah, bruh, that's over. You have been exposed to the highest degree. You and the culture, you know, the culture in Miami that we talk about, that's over, guys. He's 6'9". He's the same size as Julius Randle.
Right.
He ain't better than Julius Randle.
Nope.
Julius Randle could bully him at power forward, let alone what a center can do to him.
Brook Lopez.
It just don't make no sense. And they've done this for how many years, thinking it was super successful? I don't get that part, guys. Honestly. No, I said if they win one game, all right. I don't think they'll win more than one game. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Knicks fan. Of course, I'm biased. I'm just going by the numbers. They're a very bad offensive team, guys. Oof. It might be.
I agree with you, Dom. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, there's certain people on this call that are wishing that the Knicks fail.
Oh, no. Nobody here, Bishop.
Yeah. And deep down inside, they want to get on the bandwagon, but just to let you know, as the official head of the committee, that
who made you the damn head?
I made
Who made you the head?
We're no longer accepting any applications.
I'm not applying.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not applying.
Yeah.
Like I said, do you think they'll beat Miami? Or you think the Knicks will beat Miami?
I'm sure. Right now, they're playing with great confidence. They're playing together. I have to admit, they really are. I like the guy that I like. The guy that I like is Josh Hart. I've been on record for saying I think that was the key move. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Jalen Brunson has been great. I'm for me. I didn't think he was going to be this good. I'm not going to lie.
I concur.
I'm not going to lie. But again, and he's been great. He's the MVP. But again, the key move for me, for that team, was bringing in Josh Hart. That guy does all the little things. He makes all the necessary plays. He hustles. He does everything. I like that guy.
I think the key move was the Knicks doing the total opposite of what thousands of Knicks fans on social media were talking about.
Right.
They're worse than you are. The Knicks fans on social media moved the goalpost so far it's in Saudi Arabia. Right. We won't make the playoffs. If we do, we'll get bumped into play-in. But if we get it out of that, we'll get bumped in the first round. and we'll miss out on all these draft picks, though we have 105 draft picks now.
Right.
So there's Knicks fans that are worse than you are. They moved the goalposts. Now some of them have tried to come back home.
Right.
Like, oh, Dave, I really didn't mean that. But y'all ran this shit since last April. Fire Tibbs, trade Randall. Cam Reddish is the next George Gervin. Hartenstein was a waste. All the things that the Knicks fans said wouldn't work actually worked. It's amazing. Everything these people bitched about came to fruition.
So let me ask you, R, at what point would you say that the Knicks season has been successful?
I think it's already been successful. I joke around a lot.
So that
I joke around a lot, but no.
Okay.
I mean, I'm no idiot. Come on now. I'm just saying.
Sometimes it's better not to say anything.
Subject to interpretation. That's subject to interpretation.
It's better to not say anything than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Right. I'm just saying though. I'll give credit where credit's due.
Okay.
You know
all right. I just wanted to make sure you were among the sane.
No, I am. Now let me ask you guys a question.
Yes.
I heard something about Tibbs being fired, or they suggest should he be fired or no?
Tibbs?
Yeah.
Why?
No.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
That's that old talk.
Right.
When the
This is the thing I was talking about.
Yeah.
From last May. Last May, all you heard about was Julius Randle ain't shit. Came back, became an all-star. Fire Tibbs. Look at the moves Tibbs has done with this lineup during this one playoff series. Look at the roster he had on the court last night.
Right.
I don't even think he had a power forward on the court.
He had Toppin on it.
No, not at the end of the game. Midway through the fourth quarter, they went totally small.
Right.
Okay.
Power forward on the court. And what did they do? Still didn't give up 100 points. But he can't make the right move. All he thinks about is defense. But the Knicks were 5th in offense this year. Wow. Who would have ever thought that with a Tom Thibodeau team?
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought that? So, like I said, you're not a Knicks fan, so I give you a pass. There's Knicks fans that was saying worse than you are since last May. And everything they asked for became the total opposite. Brunson's too small. We paid too much.
Yeah.
What? We got him on the serious, how they say it, low. When you look at contract for point guard, man, they got him on the cheap.
Yeah.
This is facts. I'm not going to deny it.
Then you go out and get his running buddy from college for a guy that hasn't made it on 2 other teams.
Right.
Yes.
And everybody was up in arms with that. Cam Reddish is the next George Gervin, David Thompson, Bishop. Cam Reddish was everything but a good ball player.
Yeah.
It was always somebody else's fault. Go get Josh Hart, who people think here's a guy 6'4" getting 10.7 rebounds.
Right.
What? At 6'4"?
Yeah.
This guy's a point guard size, getting more rebounds than some centers.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, he probably out-rebounded at least 1 out of them 2 bigs on Cleveland throughout the season, throughout the series.
Yeah.
At 6'4".
Yeah.
Look at his numbers, guys. This dude is 6'4", getting 10 and 7 a night.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But you rather have Cam Reddish because this guy is ultimate. He's the ultimate talent. Oh my God. See how fluid he is? He's so smooth, but he can't get off the bench.
Right.
But that's Thibodeau's fault. There we go again. That's part 2 of Fire Tibbs because he didn't play Cam Reddish.
Right.
Who was going to be the Knicks? What was he? He was the Knicks lifesaver? What have the Knicks done since Cam Reddish has left? Now, nobody will tell you that when Cam Reddish went to Portland for the first few games, he was this new star. But they won't tell you as the season went on, he became the Cam Reddish that he was then for the last 4 years. Getting 12, 13 minutes a night.
Inconsistent.
It is what it is, guys. I'm sorry. Nothing against Cam Reddish. But if you got a chance to get rid of Cam Reddish and you got Hart, well, the proof is in the pudding. That was the best move. And that was the best move the Knicks have made in I don't know how long.
Right.
Well, when I was telling you before, what we were missing we were missing that guy that could guard 1 through 3,
Yeah.
that could shoot, that could be like the kind of like utility knife guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we were missing in that 3 spot. And it's like, who's in that 3 spot? And it's like, so there's a role for him. There's a role for him. It's like, yo, just focus on your mid range, play defense, get rebounds, and don't be a ball hog. And there's a place for you.
And he ain't none of them. He ain't none of the above, Bishop.
No.
Nah, and it's just like, yo, like, look what he's doing, and you just do that in the starting lineup, and you'll be fine. You guys will split the minutes. You'll get your 10 to 12 shots a game. You'll get good looks, shots that you can make. So if you're shooting 8 out of 12 each night, who's got a complaint?
Right.
And I'll tell you this, Bishop. He's a much better 3-point shooter than I thought.
Hard is.
He has hit some big ass threes.
Yeah.
I mean, down the stretch in this playoff. I didn't know that part about him. I just kept concentrating on the points and rebounds and what a Swiss Army knife he was. But I've seen him knock down some big threes.
But that's IQ. That's IQ, knowing when to step up and take it, and when you need to defer and let the other shooters get the ball. It's like one of the things that used to frustrate me, still frustrates me, is when you have a better 3-point shooter on the court right next to you, and you look them off when you're like 1 for 9.
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
I'm going to ask a question. Is Evan Fournier still on that team?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Oh, wait a minute. Since Reggie brought that up, that was part 3 of Fire and Tips. Who the hell uses a 9-man rotation? 80% of the NBA, but because you didn't like the 9-man rotation he was running, Fire Tips. That's right. I forgot about that. That was part 3. And how has that worked out?
Well, I questioned that. At the time. I questioned it at the time because it's like, wait a minute. You have good young talent there. Like I didn't think he should have squeezed Sims out of the rotation, but I can understand it. And if you wanted, you gave up a first round. You gave up a first round for Cam Reddish. So I was like, well, let's see what he got. I'm not saying that he should take somebody's spot, but let's see what he got. But when he start talking, and his representation, it's like, so you're gonna ask for a trade every single time. Why can't you work your way out of the paper bag? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Work your way out of the paper bag instead of always asking for running.
Thank you. And you know what, Bishop? Like I said, everybody lost track because in the beginning there was the fools on Twitter. Oh, look what Cam Reddish is doing. All of a sudden, that shit went totally black ops. And I'm checking the box scores. He's back to playing 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 1 for 5, 6 points, 5 points. I'm like, come on, man.
That's on a bad team.
He left Atlanta, and we all got lucky. Atlanta was trying to move him because they knew they weren't going to re-sign him. The Knicks were trying to move Kevin Knox because we knew we weren't going to re-sign him.
Right.
So, you know what? At the end of the day, Kevin Knox moved on last year. He ain't on Atlanta no more. He moved on last year. I think the Pistons or somebody signed him.
Yeah, he's with the Pistons.
And the same thing was going to happen to Cam Reddish this year, whether he was on the Knicks or Portland. He's going to be looking for a job in 6-7 weeks. It is what it is.
Right.
Very talented individual. I ain't taking nothing away from his talent, but something ain't right with him. Serious.
Yeah.
Entitled.
Yeah.
He's entitled.
Yeah.
Entitled. It's like, dude, you got to work your way out. And you got to stand out with your defense, with all of the things that you're good at. You're good at defense. You long, you're quick, you got good instincts. You're not really great offensively, but I mean, if you scoring off of defense, off your turnovers that you create, then that's all the team can ask for.
Yeah.
But you think you're better than you are.
Right. And I think what really hurt him was when in the same draft, the Hawks drafted another player that filled his position. Then they went out and got Bogdanovich. It seemed like they went and got everybody to play his position after they drafted him. So now, like Bishop says, now he's feeling, man, you know what? I was a top, I forgot what pick he was, but he was in the top 15, I think.
Top 15. Yeah.
So he was a top pick, not a lottery, close to it. But again, he was drafted higher than the guy they're playing him, the guy that's playing over him. Then you go out and get Bogdanovich. You know, so he's scratching his head, and here comes what Bishop's saying. Now he's saying, what happened to my privilege? Well, did you earn your privilege? Now you go to the Knicks, where you get a chance to rewrite this wrong. You automatically get hurt. Got hurt last year, remember?
Yeah. Right.
Yep. Came back this year. He still got that privilege thing in his head. But who were you better than? You can't say they didn't give him a choice, because when they went to the 9-man rotation, they took out a guy that probably could have parlayed some of the minutes with him and Fournier. Fournier didn't play no more. Derrick Rose didn't play no more. They still tried to plug you in here and there, and we got Josh Hart. Praise the Lord.
Exactly.
There's no reason why Cam Reddish couldn't do the things that Josh Hart is doing.
This is true.
Be a hustle dude, play defense, grab rebounds, be that energy guy.
Right. I don't think he had the heart for it, Bishop.
See, I was about to say, like honestly, well, first of all, he had a hell of a time trying to stay on the court. That's one. You know what I'm saying? And then there is that probably the hunger aspect as well. Maybe it's a combination of those two.
Yeah, you look at Josh Hart, and Josh Hart is like, man, I'm glad I got a job. I'm gonna do whatever I can to keep this damn job.
Right.
Where Cam Reddish is like, I deserve this job.
I think what we're missing here, and what we fail to fail to recognize, he's from Duke.
That too.
Yeah.
He's from Duke, and it's like all those guys from Duke. It's always something. I mean, like I said, Grant Hill was the only player from Duke that
I was about to say Grant Hill.
He's the only one. Shane Battier, he was,
and Boozer had a good career.
He had a good career. Yeah.
Yeah, Boozer had a good career.
Yeah.
You knew what you were gonna get. Boozer had a decent career when he was in Utah.
Yeah.
Once he got to Utah, it's like, nobody plays that system. And shave your chest, dude. Nobody wants to see that.
But for the most part, you're right, Bishop. Look at Zion. What was it they said? That he's missed, I think, 65 to 70% of the games he's been eligible to play in since he came in the NBA.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how somebody,
the only thing he hasn't missed is dinner,
basically.
And it's like, somebody needs to tell him not to wear khakis, because dude, if you were wondering if he putting on weight, you wearing tan khakis. You wearing tan khakis. You started the season with like a 54-inch waist. Now your joint look like a 62 waist.
He should be in all black.
Yeah, exactly. Sweatpants.
I hate to always say, remember when he got drafted? And we was talking, and I said, man, I don't know if New Orleans is the place for him. With all that food they have.
That's the first thing. That's anybody that's been to New Orleans knows that that's the wrong place for him to go.
As he got, not only is he eating that shit, he ain't playing, so he's not working out.
No.
And then he's wearing khakis, like Bishop said, and he looks like the Michelin Man. I mean,
let me tell you, there's no chicken in Popeyes down there.
No. Oh, he's way above that.
He's so
way above that.
Wow.
No, it's like, I don't want no wings. I don't want no legs. I want thighs and breasts.
That's right. That's right.
Popeyes
is serving whole chicken.
He's going to the backyard barbecue.
Oh man,
he ain't going to no Popeyes. He's going to get real fried chicken.
Wow.
He's like, yo,
with some crawfish.
Like, and they talking about, okay, well, he's the next coming. It's like,
what?
There is no next coming of LeBron. LeBron is a one in a generational talent.
Right.
There's no next coming. The next superstar is just going to be the next superstar.
That's it.
It's just going to be the next superstar on their own, and we probably won't see another LeBron because the person that we thought was going to be closest and coming up right behind him was KD, but he can't stay healthy.
Right.
Yeah. He can't stay healthy, and
I thought it was going to be Cam Reddish, but
yeah. That draft, you got to think that draft. All of those Duke players that came in that draft was eaten off of Zion's name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so they were all eaten off of his name because
it's true.
R.J. Barrett shouldn't have been third. It's like no, you shouldn't have been third. You should none of those dudes should have been drafted in the top 10.
Right.
None of them.
Nope. Like I said before, when it happened, if that was any other draft, because remember, guys, Zion went first, Ja went second. You stopped watching the draft unless you was a Knicks fan,
right?
And you were like, "Who the Knicks getting at number 3?"
Right.
And then after the Knicks got Barrett, you stopped watching the draft again because to this day, guys, that was probably for my taste, probably one of the worst drafts I've seen in I don't know,
it was
quite some time.
It was a delusional draft.
Right.
Yeah, it was pathetic. Come on. And then what happened? You get Zion, who can't stay on the court, and you get Ja getting jiggy with it every other day.
Yep.
And R.J. Barrett seems like the best pick out of them all right now. Believe it or not, as much as I'm up in the air with him, and I'm not getting caught in the prisoner of the moment over his last 2 or 3 games because you didn't do it. If you were doing this all year,
exactly,
we wouldn't have been a 5th seed.
Exactly.
No. Yeah.
Right.
We would have had them 55 games.
That's true.
We would have had them 55 wins.
I'm not gonna deny that.
We wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have been sending all of them damn messages like, "Yo, dude, stop shooting threes." How did when is you gonna guard somebody? It's like, and you're still the weakest defender. You're still the weakest link in that starting lineup.
Yep.
Because whether you realize it or not, they keep trying to hide him.
Yeah, and it almost came back and
what's the
bite
name
yesterday. Because guess what?
Yeah,
LeVert was cooking him. LeVert was cooking him. And I'm like,
whoever he guarding,
hell yeah.
Whoever he guarding,
this might not end well.
Whoever he guarding, clear it out.
Yeah, right.
Whoever he guarding, clear it out. Then they had him on the guard, the point guard, because it's like, all right, well, he's taller and he could, give him some problems or whatever. And then they start running the screen and roll. Boom. Run this pick and roll, or somehow getting the ball to LeVert and having him do it. It's like, okay, so we don't need you to double team. Why is your man always the one that's hitting the 3-pointers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that always could be wide open. I'm like, who keeps leaving this guy open?
And it's like, it's always your man that's hitting that side 3.
Yep.
And it's like, what are you doing? Because it's not like you're a defensive threat in the paint. Right. It's like what it is he's cheating enough so that he has an opportunity to get the rebound. Because if he gets the rebound, then he can run down the court and not pass it to anybody.
Right. With his head down.
Yep.
And steamrolling to the basket.
If Cleveland would have kept going to if Cleveland would have kept going to LeVert more during yesterday's game, it might have been a little. I ain't gonna say they would have won,
but it might have been a little closer.
It'd have been a little closer.
Yeah, and they shot poorly yesterday. I mean, they had a lot of open shots that didn't fall for them.
Their bigs were shook. Their bigs were shook. Well, their big man was shook.
Allen didn't Allen say he was overwhelmed?
Yeah, he was shook. Yeah. Mitchell Robinson basically intimidated the two of them. I thought Evan Mobley, and Evan Mobley is a pretty talented guy, but they never gave him an opportunity to spread his wings and get comfortable within that team dynamic with Donovan Mitchell and the other guard, like Garland. They take most of the shots,
right?
And it's like, yo, you gotta give this dude an opportunity. Like, he can shoot off the dribble. He's got a post game. He's got a mid-range game.
Yeah.
He passes the ball. He's a team first guy. So it's like, you got to give him an opportunity to spread his wings to see what you got. But they stagnated him for the whole season. And then you get to the playoff.
Blame what's his name? Blame the coach.
And then they couldn't get any rebounds. The offensive rebounds.
Yeah, not just blame the coach, guys. This kid is 21 years old. He was a standout last year. So if you look, all his numbers went up this year, except when it was needed, because here's Donovan Mitchell. Like I said, here's a guy that everybody says, oh my God, he averages 28 points a night, but you ain't seeing he's shooting 25 times. And what did he do against the Knicks? 28 points, 26 shots.
Right.
26 points, 24 shots. And meanwhile, Evan Mobley ain't eating because you're getting all the shots. Ain't no way in hell. I just looked it up. LeVert started out the way he played last night, and he only ended up with 12 shots the whole game.
Oh.
What was he? 12? How many shots he hit? Because every time I saw him, it was like a bucket.
He was 8 for 13. He was 8 for 13, I think.
8 for 13.
And what's his name only shot 13, 14 times? Garland.
And
then Mobley only shot about 6 times.
He was in
Wait a
foul
minute.
trouble.
He only shot. Garland shot how many times? 14.
6. Oh, Garland?
Yeah.
I think it was 13.
13. It seemed like more.
Yeah, because
13.
He was in foul trouble, and then he came back.
Yeah, then he fouled out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then he fouled out. But
because at some point he stopped shooting.
Yeah, Mobley 6 shots.
Dang.
That's
without
ridiculous.
Julius Randle. No, Julius Randle went down.
Right.
Now you don't got Julius Randle beating you up. You got some freedom.
Right.
6 shots. He took 6 shots in 38 minutes.
Wow.
He was shook. When he did have the opportunity, him and Allen, they were like point blank on a few of those shots, and it's like, dude, one of them threw the ball over the backboard.
Yeah, that was LeVert, wasn't it?
Was it LeVert?
No, one of
the big guys, I thought.
One of the big guys. It's like, like, what's going on here? Like, is Mitchell Robinson that intimidating? But then I saw, like, he was just getting whatever position he wanted and just going in there and tapping the ball up. Like, no, this is me right here.
Yep.
This is me right here. And it was crazy because I'm like, I was trying to think, okay, well, when are they going to turn it on? When are they going to turn it on and start doing what they've been doing? Like passing to each other and getting dunked.
Let me tell you something. They turned it off when they turned that camera off from that stupid picture they took.
Yeah. Yeah.
After that,
they did the Memphis.
They
started feeling themselves.
Yeah.
I looked at the numbers. Garland and LeVert had 13 shots. Nobody else on the team shot more than 6 times.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell. He had 6 shots.
You're gonna lose every
between
time.
Garland and LeVert had exactly as many shots as Mitchell himself, and nobody had more than 6 shots.
That's ridiculous.
Nobody hit more than 4.
You're right.
Well, look, the thing I couldn't understand is like, okay, if your jump shot is not going, why don't you drive to the basket? Like you built for it. You built for it. And once you start driving to the basket and get yourself going, you're going to the free throw line. You're going to the free throw line. You're doing this. You're doing that. But it's like you want to walk around, like prance around the court, like as if people just gonna move out of your way because they know that you can dunk on them. It's like nobody. And it's like Josh Hart was in his pocket.
What happened though, Bishop, in Game 4 when he tried to post McBride?
Yeah.
McBride bullied him to take that stupid underhand shot. He was done after that. He was done. Deuce McBride stole his heart in Game 4. And he never recovered. Never recovered after that. Deuce McBride, who, if you're a Knicks fan, you do know he's a pretty good defensive player.
Yes, he is.
That's his claim to fame. He's a pretty good defender. He took Donovan Mitchell's heart, and he never got that shit back.
Yeah.
Deuce McBride. Meanwhile, the other time, Butterbean Hart is driving them crazy, bullying them. But Deuce McBride took his heart, and he never got it back.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a new series now coming up. When does that start, by the way?
Sunday.
Sunday? Okay, good.
Sunday or Saturday?
Sunday.
It's probably Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday at 1.
Okay, Sunday at 1.
They'll be in Miami next Saturday.
Right, okay.
Right.
Okay. There you go. So we'll see how it turns out. Even though I'm expecting a Knicks win, that's why I said it.
Yeah, don't try to sneak back on the wagon. No.
I'm not sneaking on the wagon.
No.
I'm not sneaking on the wagon.
You gotta get in line.
Excuse me, sir. I'm being objective. Thank you very much.
Nope. Get to the back of the line and wait your turn.
I'm not getting
like everybody else. Take a number and wait until we call your number.
Oh my God! It's like the DMV.
Exactly.
Oh God! Whatever.
You thinking he's getting some preferential treatment? Because he's trying to throw in, little comments, little hot takes. I'm expecting them to win. And blah blah blah.
He's trying to get in the good graces.
Exactly. No.
Get the freak out. No. Yo, with that, you know what? I'm ending this right now. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, did you guys talk about the Minnesota series?
A little something.
A little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that was.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you. Yeah. So, I just added another team to the list of teams that I won't watch ever. So, Denver is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Utah's number 2. Utah's number 2, and Minnesota is number 3.
Oh man.
Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards have got to be 2 of the stupidest basketball players in the NBA. I'm like, you went out and you got a veteran point guard and Michael Conley, who can run an offense and set the table.
Right.
But the Karl Anthony Towns is so he just wants to be at the top shooting threes. I'm like, Joker plays no defense whatsoever. He's one of the few MVPs that I know of that only plays on one side of the ball. And nobody brings that up. Like, he plays no defense whatsoever. Murray plays no defense whatsoever. They use all of their energy for offense. So I'm like, why aren't you guys forcing them to play somebody, forcing them to play defense? Karl Anthony Towns, you can take Joker off the dribble. Why do you keep just standing out there taking jump shots, taking threes? Anthony Edwards, the only reason why anybody knows who you are is because you've been catching bodies, driving to the basket and catching bodies. But now all of a sudden you want to come down, dribble behind your back, between your legs, you morphed into James Harden. Take 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left, and shoot a 3-pointer that you're not even good at. And it's just like, Denver plays no defense.
Nobody plays defense, Bishop.
Yeah, but they don't play.
I love hearing that. I just said this last night on our Nick podcast. I love hearing, ours a great offensive player. His defense. Tell me who is a very good, not even great, a very good 2-way player in this NBA.
Well,
other than Drew Holiday.
But I'm saying, when you went, not even Drew Holiday, because it's like his coach set him up. He set him up. It's like, he set him up. But when you win the MVP 2 times in a row, I'm expecting you to be have an impact on both sides of the ball.
But Bishop, here's the thing. In regards to Karl Anthony Towns, why is he taking those shots? Because remember, he is the self-proclaimed best big man. Shooter.
Best shooter.
He sucks.
So that's why.
Man.
Exactly.
Then they went out and got that other brain surgeon, Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
They got a team full of geniuses.
Just like, dude, like and on top of that, then you're getting stupid fouls. You like a 7-footer, but you shoving a 6'2" guy in the back to get a rebound.
I ain't tell you, Dave. A-Rod called me last night and said, should I get my money back?
Yeah, with both hands.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You down low, shoving a 6'2" guard in the back with both hands, instead of just getting to the position and moving them out of the way so that you can get to the rebound. It's like, I don't know how many times I saw that, and it's just like, what's going on? Like, what's happening here?
All right, we gotta let R go. You gotta work tomorrow, R.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's all good, man.
I forgot you guys got jobs. Damn. My bad.
This guy, man.
You forget every week.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
You're not slick. Oh, I forgot y'all gotta get up in the morning.
He tried to do one of my moves.
You know what, guys? I use that as a damn. I feel bad sometimes. I'm sitting home.
Don't feel bad. Look, you earned this. You earned it.
Yeah, Dom sitting at home while we at work crocheting.
Yeah, he's showing us all the meals that he's making and everything. And I'm in there eating school lunch.
You know, exactly.
Watching the cooking shows, like, oh. I never tried that. Putting pictures with garnish on it, you know.
Exactly. He's out there mowing the lawn and
exactly.
I'm gonna hit y'all up from Miami next week.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
You do that, brother.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, now,
guys. I expect to see y'all when I make my trip to New York.
Absolutely.
Yankee or City Field, whichever one it is.
Absolutely.
We'll be there. All right.
All
guys,
right, now.
I salute you. Thanks for being on.
Thank you, R.
No, thank you for joining us on Untitled. Appreciate that, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Good night, brothers.
All right, fellas. Later.